previously during the investigation.
These puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome to Greenvale. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
It's locked. Right. I was supposed to be here before 1800.
Zach, no luck today then.
Welcome back. This is episode 8 of my playthrough of Deadly Premonition. Last time we had left off, we were escaping the hospital, and we had resolved to go to the crime scene, to where the body was originally discovered. Like, you saw just there that we had missed our time, so we're going to take the opportunity to show off how to pass the time. And you really just start smoking, the clock in the background starts passing by, and you stop it whenever it is at the desired hour. And now Emily and George are here and ready.
What are you playing at? You tell us to come here, and you keep us waiting. Is this the way the FBI treats their own people?
Hello, George. I just had some things I had to do.
You really are pushing it, you know that?
I'm sorry if I upset you, but it was important stuff. To me, at least.
That isn't the issue here. We are in the middle of a homicide investigation.
He's not listening, George. I think we both know by now how little he thinks of other people's feelings.
I'll be more careful from now on. I promise.
Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. It's what everyone calls me.
And you are Jim Green?
That I am, son. I keep these woods.
Well, you're doing a fine job.
Well, I used to be a tree surgeon.
And these two discovered the body?
Yes, my grandchildren, Isaac and Isaiah.
Zach, you see that? Twins. Just like in my dream. We gotta keep an eye on these two.
I'm sorry. Could we talk away from the boys? I want to help your investigation, but I don't want them to hear this.
Very well. Emily, please.
I'll just take them over there then.
Thank you.
Hold on. Don't do anything without asking me. These children were the first to witness the crime scene. I want to talk to them.
Come on, they're just kids. They have no idea what really happened to Anna.
That doesn't matter. You agree with me, right, Zach?
How heartless. Do you ever think of other people's feelings, ever?
Emily's right. That's stone cold, even for the sake of investigation.
Children see things in pure, simple terms. They may have seen something we adults would never spot, and they are here at our request as well. We could at least chat with them and see if they want to make a statement.
Are you serious?
I never joke about matters like this.
Oh my God.
Don't worry. They aren't as fragile as you think. Look at them, standing so upright there. Now, Isaiah, tell me, what did you find here?
Anna, she was so pretty. She had a red dress on. Her hair was shining. Bright gold hair. There were lots of animals around her. Squirrel, weasel, and a snake. A real snake. We didn't know until then. But we know now. Anna was the fairy of the forest. She was a goddess. She smiled when she saw us. She looked so happy.
That's right, Isaac. I say it. She was a fairy. A goddess. I'm sure she is playing with those animals even now.
Of course she is. Yeah, of course.
Most useful information, boys. Well, Emily, you can take them now.
Okay, Zach. This is where Anna's body was. And that means our unsub, our unknown subject, was here too.
So, what happened here?
Anna. Ow! Crap! Jeez! I hate this. Why did it come to this?
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
And they really don't care if you're late. I mean, George and Emily do, but the game doesn't. So you can go off and do whatever side quest you want. You're only limited by whichever part of the game you're in.
Anna. Ow! Crap! Jeez! I hate this. Why did it come to this? Anna. Ow! Crap! Jeez! I hate this. Why did it come to this?
So, our objective here is to look around for evidence. There are 4 pieces of evidence that we need. We've gotten 2 of them so far.
As you requested, we have permission to stay and look around as needed. But what are you planning on doing?
To examine the scene, of course. Basic Crime Investigation 101. We might uncover some further evidence.
My men have covered this already. I seriously doubt that there is anything else to find.
Well, then you and Emily can wait in the car if that's the case. But I'll take my time here.
The evidence is very easily marked with those red motes that appear whenever there's a plot point. We can't really leave this area. It's pretty well sheltered. I don't even think I tried to leave it. We can sleep here if we want, but we don't need to right now. Aside from the evidence, there's also random loot to be found. But first, we have a little shooting puzzle here with the bird's nest that has evidence in it. Can you guess how we're going to get that down? That's right. Not how I'd expect it to react, but hey, if it gets the job done. is our third clue, so let's take a look at the profiler.
Anna. Ow! Crap! Jeez! I hate this. Why did it come to this?
And the plot thickens. There is other loot here, which I'm going to start stealing here in a minute. Now, what would you expect to be out here? Maybe some berries, some acorns, leaves, things like that. No, we got pickles. Let's just go ahead and chow down on those pickles right now. It won't hurt us. And plus, we're starting to get a little peckish anyways. And we ate all the pickles. So, and it didn't really help us that much. But it did give us a little something. Now, I don't know if I'm uncovering it or if they respawn. But there's a ton of pickles right here. A lot more than I'd expect. It's like one of those bunkers, you know, nuclear bunkers. So here's our third can of pickles, just right here. Now, what would be really smart is to hit that exploding barrel. But I'm not going to do that. See, I didn't actually hit anything this time. So I guess it's just respawning really quickly. Which I guess is good, since this game is supposedly a bit open-ended. So you can walk around. And they don't want you to run out of food, so I guess they respawn it. But see, now I've wised up. I'm waiting here, you know, see if the more pickles will spawn before I run away. Since there doesn't seem to be any, I'll just knife my way through. Oh, no, no. More pickles. So many pickles, in fact, we can't actually hold them anymore. So let's send it off to our toolbox. Then continue our investigation. I don't know if you've noticed, but you probably can't notice in this slide, but I changed the suit off screen while I was doing a couple of other things off screen. When we were wearing the red suit, we'll get a good glimpse of that up in the next episode, or when we get inside and take off this FBI parka. We have another shooting puzzle here, but if you thought the way that Nest reacted last time was a bit unbelievable, this time is even more so. Yeah, look at that. Thought maybe I could shoot it down, or had to shoot it down, but if there's not a bead on it, that means there's no reason to start firing like I just did. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but we do have a little blocked off path here. It seems just like busy work, though, because there's nothing standing on our way. It's just making us go around these bushes. And we have to destroy this little blockade, but come on. Not a problem for York. Oh, no, we got two of them. And it looks like a third one on the horizon. It's like breaking into Fort Knox or something. I'm going to take a moment here to point out, you know, kind of how... I'm going to take a moment here to look at our steel pipe. Our steel pipe is getting really badly damaged. it doesn't have much life left at all. Let's go ahead and pick up this last piece of evidence, and then we will begin profiling for the final bit.
Haven't seen one of these in a long time.
These holes on the ground were made by high stiletto heels all around here. And this depression here, Agent Morgan, I see what happened here. He hung her from the tree and put on her shoes. He was really enjoying it. Sicko. He knelt down and disgusting.
George, you certainly have a vivid imagination. An interesting theory. Don't you think, Zach?
What was his name again? That Hollywood producer.
That's right. Joel. We really ought to introduce George to him, Zach.
Profiling is a little different from writing a screenplay, though. An idea being interesting doesn't make it fact. Let me enlighten you, George. The footprints reveal that one of the heels were missing from the shoes. And they're different from Anna's shoes that we saw at the office. Furthermore, there would be even more disgusting evidence if he did kneel and, well, do as you suggested. If you want proof, go ahead and try it for yourself. He knelt here for a reason other than simple perversion.
Zach, what was he doing in front of Anna?
Anna. Ow! Crap! Jeez! I hate this. Why did it come to this?
Now I get it. He was kneeling to pray in front of her. Just like the twins said. She was a goddess. The unsung, our unknown subject, offered prayers to his body. His big-mouthed tongue and massive body wound. Once dead Anna was transformed from an object of despite into one of worship. So who is Miss Stiletto Heels? The steps are close coming up to the body, and then farther apart going away.
There was a reason to hurry away then.
That settles it then, George. Miss Stiletto Heels is a third party here. She's not the murderer. No one runs away from an object of worship. She could be another victim who was with Anna. Or perhaps an accomplice who fled for some reason. She is also one who took whatever it was Anna was holding on to in her hand.
But why? Why did she leave her here?
Only Miss Stiletto Heels knows the reason for that. How many women wear high stiletto heels in this town, do you think?
Oh, I should think most of them have at least one pair. I do too, before you ask. But nobody would come all the way out here wearing them, except Well, except maybe one person.
Don't keep me in the dark, then. Who might this elegant lady be?
Diane, the owner of the art gallery. But she's out of town for a big art auction. I heard she'll be coming back in a couple days.
Then we'll just have to give her a warm welcome home. A more immediate matter, then. Where in town can you find something like this? It should be a building that isn't used anymore, with either a lot of metal or metal machinery or something like that.
The old lumber mill.
Then it's time to really get this show on the road. Could you guide me to this perfect setting for extravagant murder?
Well, we did good. That's the end of this chapter, but I'm going to keep on going because I want to set up for the next one. This is really short. The one after this is extremely long, at least twice the size. So I'm going to cut down a little bit on time that I have to put into the next one, and we'll just proceed on like this.
The lumber mill is pretty far from here. If that's where she was killed, why would the killer go to all the trouble of carrying her all the way here?
I don't know yet. My profiling instincts tell me one thing is for sure, though. The unsub's personality is totally different before and after the crime. The unsub killed her in a brutal, horrifying way, and then displays powerful adoration after. That could well be the key to all this. I will say this, though, George. Profiling is a risky business. Of course, if the unsub planted those stiletto footprints himself, well then, everything I've just said falls apart. But there's no evidence that he left those stiletto footprints. I'm sure we have Miss Stiletto Heels to thank for those tracks. All I can do is deduce the unsub's feelings in light of the evidence, and carefully figure the unsub's M.O., modus operandi, his way of thinking. It usually unveils something that a normal forensic analysis may overlook. That's my way of profiling. It's not for everyone, but it works for me.
Yeah, I don't get it either. We're railroaded right now. We actually cannot leave this site or the car. It'll offer us the opportunity to leave, but if we try, which I do at one point, it'll tell us, no, you cannot escape. We have to keep on the road. We have Thomas and Emily with us again, too. And we've also got quite a drive, too. I mean, we're going to the lumber mill way the heck over there.
When I first joined the force, this lumber mill was still in full swing.
It closed up right when I first moved here.
And now it's totally abandoned.
I presume so. I've never really been inside, so I don't know for sure, but it sure is run down.
Deserted buildings are perfect for criminal hideouts and activities. I keep telling Harry to have the place torn down.
Probably would wait for that. After all, it's already been used as the site of Anna's murder.
We don't know that for sure yet, Agent Morgan.
That's right, from your point of view. But the perpetrator selected the lumber mill.
Agent York, you seem very confident about this.
Confident? No. Confidence is a sweet spot between being rude and hopeless. I'm just drawing natural conclusions from the facts that we have seen.
That sounds exactly like being full of confidence, at least to me. And to normal people with common sense.
Common sense can be the opposite of fact sometimes. Bear that in mind.
Oh, I will, Agent York. Thank you for another
Okay, let's go ahead and check on my vitals real quick. I'm looking pretty good. My health is good. My food and... I just noticed the deer up on the mantle was looking around. You can see our gas does not... We do not have a gas meter, nor do we have a health meter. it's stuck at line because we're invincible right now. We are beast mode, so to speak. The siren right there, it's making our blood pump up, and that's basically because it is the car's version of sprinting. When we do not have the siren blaring, we will at most go around 50. With the siren blaring, we can get up to 70. But on the same token, our heart rate does increase for some reason. Interesting enough, when you're standing still and doing the siren, your heart rate will still increase. So I guess it just gets York a little excited. And I want to pick this flower here. But when I try to get out, it tells me no. Guess keep going. Bad Zach. A bit about the rain and the mechanics while we're driving along. When it's raining, most businesses will be closed. So the NPCs who are there will be at home instead. You can go visit them at home, but they will not offer their normal services. So when it's a rainy day, you may as well just hang out, sleep along, and try to avoid it. Which we will find out why that is here in a little bit.
Let's go and find out if your facts can be trusted.
You're full of confidence, right? Let's get to the lumber mill.
The map has the real-time location of all the NPCs, so we're never at a doubt of where they are. Until we actually meet them, they're labeled as suspect rather than their actual name. I'm having a little trouble navigating this. Trouble navigating my way around here. There we go. And the locations of the NPCs will change depending on the time of day. So the developers put a bit of effort into making it a living, breathing world.
I'm going in alone. You two stay here. I can't concentrate on profiling with other people around me.
Now hold on a minute. We're investigating this case together.
Listen, I can't risk the crime scene being compromised by you two.
What are you saying? You're not the only professional law enforcement officer here, Agent Morgan. We know how to secure a crime scene.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me. But this is how I operate. Furthermore...
Yes? Furthermore what?
To me, the outsider FBI agent, every citizen of this town is a suspect. You two could be in on this whole thing for all I know. I have to keep suspects out of the crime scene.
How can you say such a thing? Is he making fun of us? We should have left him behind and come here by ourselves.
You're right. I've never been so insulted.
I'm sorry, but I'm just doing my job.
Alright, that brings us to the end of episode 8. This has been Conservative Cat. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day.
Did you hear that, Zach? If they're pros, then we should let every first-person shooter gamer out there join the SWAT team. Zach, they're here.